morning.
Good morning. This is Allie with Great Expectations Realty, and here with me we have
Eladi Fonseca, and we have some guest speakers today. We have Sean and Ozzy with Whole Home Pro.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Thanks
How
for
are you
having
guys?
us.
Thank
Good.
you for being here. Andrea is not available today as she's been in jury duty all week, so she actually asked us to fill in for her. So no, it is not Andrea's voice in the radio station today. It's Eladi and Allie and our guest speakers. So right now we're going to talk a little bit with our solar guys here. Can you tell us a little bit about the solar power benefits?
Yeah, so with solar, the real benefit of solar is that you're firing your power company and you get to produce power on your own. Often, and our hope is to do that at a much cheaper rate than the power company can do for you, and in exchange saving you money.
Nice. So what is, and again, this is questions that us as salespeople, we get all the time.
Sure.
So we have to ask you guys because you're in the same business. You're in sales as
Absolutely.
well.
And I'm sure they're estimates just due to the areas.
We're not going to hold you down. Yeah. We're not going to hold you down to a price. But solar panel power, average cost. What's my average cost?
Yeah, so your average cost for a solar system in Florida is going to range between $30,000 and $35,000 for solar only. That number can get a little bit more expensive when you start talking about adding battery backup into the equation. And oftentimes we have to sometimes do some electrical work in homes if that's needed in the older homes. Most newer homes are equipped though, and they don't need any additional electrical required.
So are you able to do that? Are you able to get a home like up to date so it can have those?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
We can do a full service upgrade, a main panel upgrade, and anything in between.
All right, guys. So if you do have an older house, there's still possibilities for you.
How much or what parts of the home can be powered by solar?
Well, there's really a misconception when it comes to solar that solar is going to power my home for me, and that's not really how solar works. Solar offsets your electricity usage, right? Solar doesn't create enough amperage to start your appliances like your air conditioner or your well pump, those types of things, and so we do still need the utility company into the equation to power those appliances. What we're really doing is we're creating a kilowatt hour of electricity to offset the need to purchase that kilowatt hour from the power company. And so then that's how we eliminate the power bill.
You're balancing it out pretty much, as in like your electric bill's not going to be so high, and then your solar's helping with that.
Yeah, so when you purchase solar, the very last step is actually the power company comes out and they replace your meter that's on the outside of your home with what's called a bidirectional meter or a net meter. And that just means it can read electricity coming into the home and leaving the home.
Okay.
So as you're using electricity in the evening, that ticker's going up. During the daytime, as you're producing electricity, that ticker's going back down.
Okay,
so
makes sense.
On some of the information that we pulled up, so again, these are questions that we're asking because it's stuff that people can just go on Google and
Absolutely.
pull up. So it says, on average, Florida residents spend about $290 per month on electricity. That adds up to about $3,480 per year. So by doing solar, how much do you think we can save?
Yeah, every home's going to be a little bit different, There's a lot of factors that go into your savings calculation when we look at your home, but your usage is the primary concern, right? We want to produce enough electricity to eliminate that $280 power bill. On a home that has roofs that are all southern facing, which is where solar produces the most electricity. And so if we can put a solar panel in an ideal situation with no shade, you're always going to save money in that situation. Depending on how you pay for it, you might save $10 a month, you might save $30 a month, you might save $50 a month. It really depends. But if, let's say, maybe you take that same home and you turn it around, and now those same solar panels can only face east or west, and maybe there's a tree in the equation that there was a little bit of shade on the system, that can look really different.
I'm assuming also your home insulation and things like that take into account. So how important is that?
Yeah, so one of the things that we do when we come into the home is we do a full inspection and energy audit on the home, and those are things that we're checking for. A lot of solar companies, when they come out, they're really just what we call slapping glass and running, and so they're going to put as many solar panels on the house as they can, and very rarely do you ever see them after your installation time.
Okay.
We have a full product suite that allows us to help our customers reduce their energy usage before we address the solar situation, or sometimes vice versa, depending on what their prerogative is. Okay. But we're going to check things like insulation, windows and doors, age of AC units. There's a lot of things that we do as part of that energy audit to make sure that we're not just covering up a bigger issue for the customer, and that solar really is the best thing for them. And if we need to make a recommendation that, hey, maybe we need a little more insulation, if you've got a 15 or 20-year-old air conditioner, you should probably be talking about doing an air conditioner before you put solar on the home, and we can help with that too.
So if someone is interested in seeing what they can do to prepare their home to get solar panels on, should they contact you and maybe book an appointment for you to come out and do an inspection of the premises?
Yeah, so we offer a free energy audit.
That was my question.
Yeah.
Is there a charge?
No,
so
no,
it is
no,
a free audit.
No charge at all.
That's amazing. Okay.
One of our home pros will come out to the house. They go through a full energy audit with the customer, make some recommendations. And then one of our specialties is we actually partner the homeowner with some of these federal grants and actually rebates is probably a better word for it. They're federal rebates that are part of the Inflation Reduction Act that help pay for and offset a lot of the cost for some of those upgrades.
So tell us a little bit about the rebates that are available, because these are questions that, again, we want everybody to know.
So there's two things that are important to distinguish, is that there's rebates and credits, right? And there's on solar, the only thing on solar we have is a 30% federal tax credit. All right. Okay. And so that's 30% of the total cost of the system that tax credit offsets. But in order to take advantage of a tax credit, you have to have some tax liability. And so you should really be talking to your accountant or a financial expert to make sure that you're going to be able to leverage and capitalize on those tax credits. Okay. Rebates work a little bit different, though. Rebates are guaranteed money from the federal government. And they do have some stipulations. The current ones have an income limit on them. And so you have to make 150% or less of the federal average income level in your area, whatever the federal government has on census data. And if you do that, then you qualify for these rebates. And it changes between on how much you get, but you can check and see on rewiringamerica.org on how much you qualify for. But for things like an air conditioner, you can get up to $8,000 for a new AC unit right now.
Okay. So anybody that's interested and wants to, after you come home and you do the audit, what is your average cost up front? Is there a cost up front, and what could it be average? Yeah, so there is no out-of-pocket with any of the things that we offer. We have some really great financing products on everything that we offer. On the home efficiency side, they're all, no money down. Some of the terms are even no payments for up to 18 months, no interest up to 18 months. We've got some same as cash periods on that. Solar is changing. The financing in solar is a little bit different. It's all no money down, nothing up front. With terms from 5 years all the way out to 25 years. But most of the time, if you're trying to get into a sweet spot with solar where your payment is less than you're paying for power, you're looking at a 20 to 30-year term on that loan.
Okay.
So tell us some of the environmental benefits to going solar, to going solar.
Yeah, I mean, there's huge environmental benefits to solar. Every kilowatt of solar pulls several tons of carbon dioxide out of the air. Strangely enough, most people we talk to don't talk a lot about the environmental benefits of solar. It's strictly a financial situation. There's lots of good financial reasons to do it, or good environmental reasons to do it, but the financial case alone stands on its own.
Yeah. I can imagine, yeah, definitely, especially we're seeing the price increases in electric bills.
Yeah, I mean, utility companies in the last 2 years, some of them has raised their rates as much as 27% over a 2-year period.
Yep, that was another report that we pulled here, that in the United States, it increased 13% from 2001 to 2021. Sorry, 2021 to 2022, it went up 13%.
That's average across the U.S.
Average across
but
the U.S.
in Florida, that number's been even more drastic because of several factors. We import almost all of the natural gas that we use to produce electricity in our state, and natural gas has been extremely expensive over the last few years. And then we've had some storms that have come through that we've had to do some rebuilding as well that have also caused our rates to go up because the electric companies are trying to offset some of that rebuild cost. And so in Florida, our average is closer to I think 17 or 19%, somewhere in there. But some utilities in the state have gone as high as 27.
Okay. So another note that we pulled up was that you can expect to save around $3,500 your first year. Do you see that being accurate? I mean, you went solar.
Yeah, we have solar in our home. It's different for everybody. The 1 year, 2 year picture is really not why people go solar. It's really for that
Long
10,
term,
15,
yeah.
20, 25 year picture.
So but you can start saving within the
You
first
do
year.
start saving the first year. But really, if you're looking at solar to just save 10 or $15 a month, that's not really why you should be looking at it. When you look at your utility usage, the average increase right now in the U.S. is about 4% over the last 40 years that we see. And if you just look at a 4% utility increase, a $200 power bill is going to be a $900 power bill in 25 years.
Yeah, I see it.
You know, and so if you can lock that in and fix that so that it doesn't increase and eventually goes away completely, you look like a really smart person by year 15 or 20 if you're still in that home, because
And the value of your house too will be
yeah,
just
you know,
astronomical.
your neighbors that are paying $800-900 power bills, and you don't have a power bill at all, or you're still paying $150 solar payment until you're paid off. Well, you're in a really good spot then.
Okay.
So is there any specific type of roof that you would need to have in order to have solar, to go solar?
No, I mean, they make a mounting system for just about every roof that's on the market. There have been a few that have been challenging that we've had to search for and really figure out how to do that on some of these, like the rubber tile roofs and stuff that are coming out now. But, you know, your standard roofs that you're going to see on just about every home: shingle, metal of all types, standing seam, low E, Spanish tile.
I was just going to say the Spanish
whatever.
tile.
For just about everything, we've got a mounting option for it.
Okay.
Where can, Sean, where can our listeners contact you if they want to go solar, or even if they just want a free audit?
Yeah, so they can call our office at 352-224-9385. They can also visit us online at wholehomepro.com. If you go there, you can actually schedule an appointment without even talking to anybody. You can get right on a calendar, or you can find us on all the social media platforms at Whole Home Pro.
Okay, thank you
right,
so
well,
much.
thank you
Any
so
more
much for being
information
here.
you want to share? Anything else you can think of that would be beneficial?
You know, I think that just understand, when you sit down with a solar company, understand what you're getting, read your paperwork, and if it's not in writing, it doesn't exist.
Okay,
Okay. Thank you.
good.
All right.
We're good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here with us today and giving us all your valuable information.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, and again, we wanted to share the phone number for Whole Home Pro. Thank you to Sean and Ozzy for being with us today and giving you guys some valuable information. Their number is 352-329-3789.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about a little bit, since we were just talking about, how important solar is, about areas that are extremely important for homeowners to actually put solar panels on their homes. So where I actually live in Silver Spring Shores, electric bill is actually pretty high. So you see a lot more homes there than in probably other areas in Marion County
Right.
popping up with those solar panels to bring the costs down. Are you seeing that anywhere else too, Elodie?
A lot of the areas, I guess all the areas, I've seen it. I've seen it in Bellevue. I've seen it in Marion Oaks. I've seen it in Ocala. A lot more where City of Ocala is being run, because City of Ocala, their electric bill is really high compared to other areas.
Well, same with us. I have actually currently Duke Energy, and their bill has skyrocketed into the 300s. So a lot of those owners have been putting those solar panels up as well. Yeah, it's very important also for the value of the home to just go ahead and be able to be marketed in a better way to bring costs down for the new owners that are probably going to be buying the property.
And I've had the situation because, I have a listing right now with solar panels on there.
Oh, that's so cool.
So their first question is, well, are they paid off? So the gentleman that installed, the homeowner, he just had them installed about 2 years ago.
Okay.
So that was a big thing that I made sure that he asked the solar company that installed it for him was, is it transferable?
Yeah, very important.
So some of them are transferable. The warranties are. Obviously, the solar system will stay. It will be paid off at closing because it's not a hard lien on your home, but when they finance these, they put, it's almost like a construction lien on the home.
Yeah, it makes sense because, again, it's not paid off, and it is something that costs money to be set up and, to begin with. So I can definitely understand. But it's really good that you're actually, paying it off at closing.
Right.
And then going ahead and...
So then the new owners will have that. They just have to call the power company and say, okay, my home has solar, which, again, it's the same power company, so you're just transferring it over, so they already know that.
That's great,
The warranty was what I was referring to, that some of them are transferable. So that's something very... important to look at.
To ask not only the people who put the solar panels in, the company that put the solar panels in, because they're not all the same.
Correct. It's not all the same company. It's different.
Okay.
So another question that I get asked all the time is, what are my thoughts on solar? Would I do it in my home? And is Florida somewhere where you would need solar?
Oh, I think Florida is a great place to have solar.
Central Florida. I mean, yes, it's always good. We don't get as many hurricanes and stuff. So people, again, here's the thing. Here's a conception. They think Florida, hurricanes, solar energy.
Okay.
That's not.
I mean, yeah.
Yes and no,
I
because
see what you're saying.
we're so central. By the time we don't get hurricanes.
We don't get hurricanes.
We get wind. We get rain.
I always say we have stronger tropical storms sometimes than the kind of hurricanes we get.
Exactly. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. Would I put solar? Would you put solar in your home, Ellie?
I would. I definitely think, seeing it in a long time, budget for saving, I think it's great. Especially because, again, we don't have anything that's going to, go ahead and damage those solar panels to the point where you're going to have a whole new system replaced. And you have the warranty.
Again, most of them are 25 to 30 years.
Yeah, which is
warranty.
A really good deal, yeah.
So you still have warranty. I think that's a benefit.
I think so too. And also, these kind of products now, they don't age out so badly. For example, when you have a 15-year-old AC unit or something like that, you got to change it. According to the stats, it's around 80% that you stay with for that 35 years. That's great.
Correct.
So you're not losing money in investing in it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think I would too in my home. Would this had been a thing? I think when I had more people in my house, obviously when my oldest wasn't going out to college or whatever, now that I do know though, and we are getting more information on it as agents, we're becoming more informed about it, more aware about it. And we need the information so that when we have our buyers or even our sellers talk to us, we're like, yes, we do know this, that there is a benefit to solar. There is also a benefit for getting the batteries in solar, because that's another thing. Not all the systems come with the battery.
You need storage for that power.
Correct.
It's not necessary. Your cost will still go down. However, it is beneficial.
I've heard of people that actually get a credit from the power company.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, they'll send you here's, even if it's $2, $3, I'm getting money back. I feel like I'm getting money back.
And again, in the long run, that saves you so much money in the end.
Right. Yeah. And a lot of people, a lot of places are actually, within the next couple years,
I've seen them with solar, yeah.
I see a lot more solar coming in, and I think within the next couple years, there's going to be so much more.
It has been increasing,
right.
And it's going to keep on increasing, so probably in around 20, 30 years, there's a lot more properties that are going to have solar panels.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like you said, even the businesses, the warehouses, I had a buyer ask about putting solar on their barn.
Oh my God, but that's really good though.
Right.
It makes sense.
Well, the gentleman that was here earlier today talking to us, I kind of spoke to him a little bit before he left, and they do even install in barns and stuff like that. That's
I'm sure
awesome.
For mechanical sheds and all that stuff, that could be great too. And they're using a lot of electric powered stuff, so maybe that's something to look into if you have your own warehouse or something like that.
Yeah, it is. So there are a lot of benefits to solar. And just all the information that we're getting and how long they last and how they can be financed and the credits.
Well, I know for a fact that just Disney World in Orlando has so many solar panels.
Oh my God, yes.
Have you driven by it?
Oh my God.
It's if they're doing it, it has to be for a reason.
It has to be beneficial.
Right?
They're like king of money over there. And for them to have solar, they want to save money.
So I'm like, they're onto something.
Yes, they want to save money because we know they have money. Out of all people, they have money.
For sure.
Yeah, and they're trying to save money? Come on.
Exactly. I mean, why don't I get into that too and, save a little bit of money myself?
Might as well. So what do you think, how would you sell this to somebody if you had to? We already talked about you thinking it's definitely going to save them money.
So if I were talking to a buyer, I would definitely do my, well-informed. Is it transferable, first of all, because that's very important. Has it been paid off? Because if not, you do have to consider, is it going to transfer over to the new owner? How are they going to do it? Because they're not all the same.
Right.
So that's one thing. The other thing is in the area you're in. So every electrical company is different, and I know they have a different point system.
Right.
So I heard that Duke is great. So they match you one for one pretty much.
Right.
Where you're not spending so much money on just your electrical bill and solar while you're paying for the solar, because you got to take into consideration that you might still be paying for that solar for a couple of years.
Right.
So if there's companies that match you better, I'd say definitely look in the area and pick out the right home for you if solar is something very important to you.
Right. So we do know it is beneficial. It is going to save you money, and you're going to have power.
Exactly.
Which, I mean, whether you pay it through a solar company or whether you pay it through the electric company, either way, you need power. So let's go ahead and save you money.
Yeah.
If you can do that by going solar, and all the credits, they're phenomenal.
And again, you might save in the first year like $3,000,
right,
maybe $4,000, but how much are you saving?
It adds up. So those credits monthly add
Correct.
up, but also the credits that the government are giving you.
Correct.
Because they're giving you thousands of dollars to go solar.
Yeah.
So if they're giving you all this money and you're saving all this money, it's for a reason.
Yeah.
It's for a reason.
It's definitely a long-term investment where you definitely win in the end.
Right.
There's no losing in the end really with it.
No. And we've seen so many homes.
And more homes are being sold with solar panels already.
Right.
Yeah.
With solar, or they're putting in solar shortly after.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely solar is something beneficial, and it's definitely something to look into.
I definitely agree. The more informed you are, the better.
And that's it right there. You get all your information. Definitely make your list of questions that you want to ask when they come to do the free estimate, the free audit.
Exactly.
All that. Just have your list of questions. Be informed and make sure that this is the right decision for you.
And make sure you're getting the right information too, because the more informed you are, just like us real estate agents, the more we inform you, the better prepared we are for the different kinds of solar companies out there. They're not all the same. Some might be looking for your best interest. Some might be looking for their best interest. Who knows?
Just for money, correct.
But the more informed you are, the more knowledge you have where nobody can actually take advantage of you or anything like that. Look for the correct company to work with you.
Absolutely. So that's definitely, it's definitely a pro. So let's go solar.
All right. Sunshine.
Right? Sunshine State. Let's go solar. Let's go back a little bit on these stats. Now, we did the whole solar, so that was a lot of very
valuable information.
Great and valuable information, absolutely. I mean, it almost had me thinking about going solar.
I've always wanted to. I've actually always wanted to do it. Yeah.
So it's definitely valuable information. So 2,506 homes available and ready to purchase. That's a lot. But the national average interest rate is 8.083% for 30-year fixed. And 15 years, you're about 7.363%, which is not bad. That's your national average. So things to do. Let's talk about a little bit about the things to do. Every Saturday from 9 to 2 on the corner of 3rd and 3rd, we got the downtown market. It's free to go in. You got vendors, you got fresh produce, food trucks, live music, coffee and mimosas, pet-friendly arts and crafts, and a playground. Have you been there?
I haven't. I'm so bad. I don't usually go to downtown. I usually go to other areas in Marion County.
It's phenomenal. It really is. So another thing to do is the Fall Fing Fair is going on today from 9 to 2 at the Ocala Citizen Circle. Grab a bite to eat while you shop with over 40 vendors at Citizen Circle in downtown Ocala, and bring the kids along to play in the splash pad.
Oh my God, that's so cute. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, it always is.
All right. So, Great Scott Farm Pumpkin Patch is also going today for 10 a.m. to 5. You can get lost in the corn maze, challenge gravity on the jumping pillow, and feel the rush on our super slide. That sounds like fun. That's something I would do. But the excitement doesn't stop there. Bring out the little ones to conquer our castle playground, our hop-aboard, our hay rides. They have hay rides? That's so much fun. Okay. And of course, no visit is complete without a trip to our pumpkin patch, where our autumn magic comes to life.
And another event going on today is called Dance Our Way to Health. Actually, that is going on tomorrow. I apologize. That is tomorrow, Sunday, from 1 to 5 at the Mary Sue Rich Community Center. This event will get you moving with salsa dancing, line dancing, and aerobics while you learn new ways to improve your health. Vendors will have information in many different areas, such as fitness, healthcare, insurance, and more. Local health professionals will seek every hour on a variety of subjects. So they'll definitely be giving you a lot of information. Again, that is tomorrow, Sunday, from 1 to 5 at the Mary Sue Ridge Community Center, which is a phenomenal. It's great. I've been there.
Yeah.
It's big. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Well, clearly they have a lot of things to do there. So
They do. They have activities there weekly.
I like line dancing.
Yeah. We might have to go check that out tomorrow. So those are your things to do this weekend between today and tomorrow, just things that are available. We did talk again about the interest rates. We talked about the market, what the market is doing. So for the report for the month of August 2023, the original price median versus the sale price. These are just averages. This is when we pull the report. This is just averages of what the market did. So for the month of August 2023, the original price or the median was $276,250. The sale price was roughly about $275,000.
All right.
So
not bad.
Yeah, homes are averaging like we've stated in the past. Homes are pretty stable now. They're not too high. They're stable.
They're pretty great price. Still very affordable.
Absolutely. So, what did you think about the solar?
I think it's great. I think not only does it affect environmental changes, which are good, but honestly, like if you are looking for like a 10-year plan, like Sean said, I think it's a great thing to take into mind where nothing is going to go down. We've seen it like through many, many years of increase in our electric bills. Like
absolutely.
It's something that is unfortunate, but still ongoing.
Absolutely.
So if we could like plan ahead to drop down that like those electrical bills, why not?
Right. So on average, again, these are just on average. Please don't hold me down to these numbers. This is on average. So these are just estimates. For an example, your existing electric bill, $250 a month. Let's say that, because I think right now everybody's averaging somewhere between $150 to $250.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll probably pay less. If you do,
I'm paying more.
You're golden. My bill's almost $400.
Yeah, my bill's like in the 300s as well.
Right. So an average, if you pay $250, did you know that totals up to about $33,000 in a 10-year cost?
Yeah, we're paying a lot on electric bills, and you really got to take into consideration how much are you paying for 12 months.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot. Might as well invest.
A 30-year cost, again, average, don't hold me to it. Average, it's about $120,000.
Yeah.
In 30 years, where he said your solar panel system, you're going to be between 30 to 35. That's starting out. Again, everything, it depends on the size of your home. It depends on
once you do have it all completely paid off, that's a great value to your house.
Right.
You're adding value to your house and saving money at the same time. So it's a good investment.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that we had them come on today and
that was some really good information.
Tell us a little bit about it, because again, on average, Florida residents. Well, here's another number, roughly $290 per month on electricity.
Yeah.
So even at $290, you're about $3,480 per year.
Yeah.
We don't think of it that way. I pay my bills, so I'm just like, I never sit here and actually add up.
Think about it in the long run.
About it. Correct.
Yeah, we're paying a lot.
So,
and then I never even knew that like how important it is to have like your windows insulated, your attic insulated, and make sure that everything is actually like functioning in your home so that power can actually help you, because if not, it's just going away.
Right. And again, that was some of the information that Sean was sharing with us, is that they offer all these services. They do an audit, a free audit, and they offer all these services where they check your AC system. They want to make sure it's efficient enough. If not, guess what? They can do that as well, and they can finance it. So they look into your attics. They do your AC systems. Pretty much anything, your water heaters.
There's nothing more that I love than free information, and if they're offering it,
might as
why
well take
not?
advantage of it. Absolutely.
Yeah, especially if it's a value to yourself and your home.
Absolutely. Yep. So again, if you have any questions or you guys need to reach us, we are here at Great Expectations Realty. My name is Eladi Fonseca. My number is 352-454-4099.
And I'm Ali Pena with Great Expectations Realty here in Florida. My number is 786-515-7640. And you can reach me at my email, aly.flrealtor@gmail.com.
I forgot to add my email. So my email is my name. It's ELADYFONSECA, 3 Again, today we are just in for Andrea Praber, as she has been stuck in jury duty the whole week, and we are here to help her out. So if you have any questions or need to contact us, again, contact us here. Also, Great Expectations Realty's phone number, if you wanted to reach out to the office or to Andrea directly, our number is 352-817-9160. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll hear you next week. We'll be here again next week. Thanks.
Move with the rhythm. Shake it up, stop when the clock hits 13. Sing 1, 2, 3, 4. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.